everyone. I'll start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we're meeting on and pay my respects to the elders past and present. As you all know, this land was never ceded. It always has been and always will be Aboriginal land. I've had the privilege now of being your MP and representing you all in State Parliament for about 18 months. Unfortunately, in that time, I have also seen the environment being relentlessly attacked by the Liberal National Government. Our unmatched ocean life is now under threat because permanent protections from sanctuary zones have been removed. Our biodiversity laws are being watered down. Our national parks are being commercialized. And our animals such as koalas and wombats are being killed because forests are being cut down for coal mining, and the list goes on. But today, we're standing together across Australia to give our governments a very clear and loud message that we will not stand by while willfully ignorant governments destroy our environment. That we will stop the indiscriminate slaughter of highly misunderstood sharks. We want to make sure that our oceans and their amazing biodiversity are protected and conserved for hundreds of years into the future. We want to stop the outdated and obsolete practices of shark nets and drum lines, which have killed thousands of species, including dugongs and rays, and threatened grey nurse sharks. This is completely unacceptable, and it has to end. It's good to know that Premier Baird has committed to trialling sonar technology, but if Premier Baird is really serious about not culling sharks, then it's time for New South Wales to remove the cruel and lethal shark netting practices. The Greens are committed to making sure that this becomes a reality. Across the world, millions of sharks are killed for their shark fins. And whilst in Australia, thankfully, we don't have the practice of live shark finning, we still get thousands of shark fins which are imported into Australia from this barbaric practice. That's why last year, on behalf of the Greens, I gave notice of a bill which will make New South Wales fin-free. And we'll do this by stopping restaurants from preparing any food which contains shark fins. This has been done in many places across the world, and we can do it in New South Wales as well. Last week, I stood with my Greens colleagues in the Mid-North Coast and committed to making the health of our oceans a prominent priority for the 2015 election. We want to reverse the government's decision to allow fishing in our highly protected sanctuary areas. Just this morning, I launched the Greens policy on animal welfare to provide animals the protection that they deserve. The Greens are calling for an independent Office of Animal Welfare to make sure that we can enforce and regulate laws and actually improve our laws and practices to conserve our fish, marine life, as well as all the animals on land. The Greens will always stand up to protect our environment and our animals. But really, at the end of the day, it's up to you, as you are doing today, to make sure that the decision makers listen to the voice of the community. It's your democratic right to demand change, and an opportunity to do that is coming in just a few weeks. On 28th of March, we have the New South Wales state election. So please stand up and make your vote and your voice counted. Thank you for standing up and speaking out.
Thank you, Mehreen. It's a pleasure to introduce you guys to Kate Fairman, the chairperson for Sea Shepherd Australia.